Thank you for joining me today. Welcome back to the Varkha Chulani channel. As you may remember, in the first episode, I spoke about building emotional muscle by going to a qualified therapist and made an analogy between going to a gym to build physical muscle and coming to people like us to build emotional muscle. A lot of people wrote back not very clear as to what I meant by building emotional muscle. So let me illustrate it with a very simple example. You are in a relationship with a boy or a girl and you've been dating each other for a number of years. Unfortunately, the love has died and the relationship has been ended by your partner. You are devastated. You're a mess. You beg and plead to ask her to take you back. Unfortunately, she wants nothing of it. You start obsessing. You begin to stalk her. You send her incessant messages. Nothing seems to work. Then you reach out to her friend and plead with her friend to try and reconnect you back, but to no avail. You become dysfunctional, you're not able to do your day-to-day activities. What happens then? You start contemplating that life is not worth living and you want to give up and maybe even end your life. Would you say that you have emotional muscle? So what would I do if you chose to come to build emotional stamina in a case like this? The first thing I would ask you to do is go through the process of normal, natural grief. Loss allows or brings to the surface tremendous emotions of sadness, grief, regret, and of course intense disappointment. So emotional muscle is allowing yourself the permission to go through sadness, regret for the fact that the relationship had to end, disappointment about the fact that it was so wonderful but unfortunately didn't go a longer way. After having done that, the second thing would be to help you accept the unfortunate and unlikable truth. Please understand, acceptance does not mean the same thing as liking what has happened to you. Acceptance only means admission. The minute I admit to myself that the relationship is over, in a way I feel liberated. I may not like the fact that it's over, but by admission that it's over, I stop wasting time and energy thinking about it and making permutation combinations of how I should get it back. So, besides allowing you the process of grieving, feeling extremely sad and regretful, the second step to emotional muscle building is to accept all unfortunate truths. Yes, they may not be likable truths, but they are unfortunate truths. The third thing that a good therapist would be able to do would be to empower you to change attitudes. That means to help you develop a philosophy that life is tough, to develop forbearance, fortitude, resilience, tolerance, and teach you to suffer this period, where he will teach you that life is not over. It is only one aspect of your life, which is your companionship and your intimacy, which is unfortunately ended. So you will be learning that life is not a bed of roses, and that the sooner we accept and cope rather than condemn and mope, we will be empowered to find solutions as to how we can make this life, which is now going to be in a period of aloneness, more fruitful to ourselves, and what do we need to do next to be able to go out and seek another partner. So emotional muscle building is about giving yourself the permission to be a human being, allowing you to accept reality, and of course teaching you to bear the suffering of this loss. Once you have all these three, you will be a much healthier and a happier you. Keep watching every Friday to learn methods and ways of coping, because it's better to cope rather than to condemn and mope.